There's been a lot of buzz lately surrounding Austin Reeves and the real possibility that the Los Angeles Lakers might finally pull the trigger on a trade this offseason. It's not just another rumor floating around. This time, there's actually some weight behind it. And when you break it down, it makes sense why the Lakers would at least be thinking about moving on. Reeves is heading into a crucial point in his contract. Sure, he could agree to an extension now, but let's be honest, that would be a pretty bad business decision on his part. If he waits, becomes an unrestricted free agent, he's looking at a significant pay raise, possibly close to double what he's making now. So why commit early when the big payday is just a few months away? And that puts the Lakers in a tight spot. If they wait too long and he walks, they get nothing. No assets, no draft picks, no players in return, just an empty spot on the roster. That's a dangerous game to play, especially for a team like the Lakers, who don't have the luxury of letting young talent just slip away. On the flip side, trying to keep him might mean offering a contract that far exceeds his actual on-court value. $13 million a year? That's a steal. $30 to $40 million? Now you're entering superstar territory. And the question is Reeves really that guy? That's where things get tricky, because while Austin Reeves is a good player, maybe even a very good one depending on who you ask, there are legitimate questions about whether he's a foundational piece or just a really solid role player. And when you think about pairing him with someone like Luka Doncic in a potential trade to Dallas, you have to ask, is that backcourt really going to work? Can those two guys share the floor, control the tempo, and most importantly, win at the highest level together? Now look, in the right system, with the right supporting cast, especially strong defenders and some athleticism to balance things out, maybe it could work. Maybe it turns into something special. But getting those complementary pieces is easier said than done. Look at the Lakers' current roster. Outside of LeBron James, who's going into his 22nd season at 41 years old, who's the athletic leader of that starting unit. That alone should tell you a lot about the team's physical profile. If you're relying on LeBron to be your top athlete every night, especially at this stage of his career, you're probably not in a great spot competitively. So this is the fork in the road for the Lakers. Do they keep riding the Austin Reeves wave and hope he turns into something even bigger, even better, while risking the chance he walks for nothing? Or do they finally make a move and trade him while his value is high? And here's the thing. The Lakers aren't in panic mode. They're not desperate. They're not just going to flip him for a bag of chips. Recent reports have made that pretty clear. They've got a price in mind. They've got standard. And unless a team meets that, they're not moving him. But there is a shift happening. Unlike previous years when trade calls about Reeves would get shut down immediately, this time the Lakers are at least listening. And that's a big change. That tells you they're considering the possibility that he might not be part of their long-term plans. Or maybe they just realize this might be the best moment to cash in. Either way, doors are being left open. Conversations are being had. The front office is no longer putting Reeves in the untouchable category. Now, what would it actually take for the Lakers to move him? Based on the chatter, they're not just looking for a random role player or a short-term rental. They're after something more meaningful. A foundational piece. A building block. Someone they can see being part of the team for the next 10 to 15 years. The reports have specifically pointed to a center, but not just any big man. They want a legitimate franchise-level guy. Think someone like Walker Kessler, a young, elite rim protector with upside and years of team control. It doesn't necessarily have to be Kessler, but it has to be that caliber. Someone who changes the game defensively, has size, mobility, and fits with the team's timeline. The Lakers aren't interested in trading Reeves for a guy who's going to age out of usefulness in 3 seasons. They want someone who can anchor the paint long-term. Someone who fills a hole, but also has room to grow and evolve with the team. Now, obviously, some of that might just be posturing. Classic trade talk. If you're trying to move a player, you don't come out and say we're dying to get rid of this guy. You spin it. You say he's a core piece. You say he's part of the plan. That's how you get leverage. That's how you drive the asking price up. So when the Lakers say they see Reeves as a long-term piece, that doesn't necessarily mean they're fully committed to him. It could just mean they want to make sure they get max value if and when they do decide to trade him. But again, the key takeaway here is that he's not off limits. He's not untradeable. The Lakers are open to moving him, but only for the right package. That package might be centered around a young big like Kessler or Jalen Duren, someone who can become the next cornerstone in the paint. Or it might include multiple pieces, maybe a mix of young talent and picks. Maybe a trade partner like Houston or Orlando steps up with a group of intriguing prospects. Maybe it's Dallas with a package including someone like Daniel Gafford, Jaden Hardy, and some picks. There are a lot of different ways it could go. The point is the Lakers want to improve now while also thinking about the future. They know that LeBron's window is closing. They know that Anthony Davis needs help inside. They also know that Reeves, while solid, might not be the guy who pushes them over the top. So if there's an opportunity to turn him into multiple contributors or one key piece who fills a bigger need, they're going to look hard at it. And to be fair, they don't need a superstar at center. They're not holding out for Joel Embiid or anything like that. They just need a guy who can do the dirty work, block shots, grab rebounds, set solid screens, and finish lobs. Someone who can protect the rim and stay out of the way offensively. Let Luka or whoever else runs the offense do their thing, and the big man just needs to clean up and be a presence in the paint. That's really it. A guy who can give you 10 to 15 points a night just off of hustle and good positioning. Of course, it would be a bonus if he had a little offensive game too. Maybe a baby hook or a short jumper, but it's not essential. Someone like Mark Williams comes to mind, a skilled, mobile center with some tools in his bag. But again, it's not do or die. What the Lakers really need is someone dependable, tough, and versatile. Someone who doesn't have to be a focal point, but who makes everyone else's job easier. Again, none of this means a trade is definitely happening. The Lakers might end up keeping Reeves, especially if the market doesn't give them what they want. But the fact that they're listening, that they're exploring, that's new. That's the big change here. And it opens the door for all kinds of possibilities. Whether it's a young center, a perimeter upgrade, or a package of promising prospects, the Lakers are clearly in a position where they have to weigh the risk of keeping Reeves versus the reward of moving him. If they wait too long and he walks in free agency, that's a disaster. If they jump the gun and trade him for the wrong package, that's another kind of mistake. So the front office has to be sharp. They have to be calculated, and they have to be ready to act if the right opportunity presents itself. And while the Lakers weigh all these options, there's another layer to this whole conversation, and that's perception. Inside the building, they may love Austin Reeves. They may see him as a hardworking, intelligent player who rose from undrafted status to a legit contributor on a playoff team. That kind of story earns you respect in the locker room, and it certainly earns points with the fans. But when it comes to building a contending roster, emotions and loyalty can't get in the way of what's best for the team. That's just the reality of this business. And if the Lakers truly believe that a trade improves their chances both now and down the line, they'll pull the trigger, no matter how much they like Reeves personally. Now let's flip this around for a second. Let's say no trade materializes. Let's say the Lakers hold on to him, run it back, and hope he continues his development. That scenario isn't off the table. Reeves is still young, and there's every reason to believe he hasn't hit his ceiling yet. He's grown every year, more confident, more efficient, more comfortable in big moments. Maybe he takes another leap this season. Maybe he becomes a borderline all-star. That's not out of the question. But again, the gamble is about timing. Because the better he gets, the more expensive he becomes. And if the team hasn't surrounded him with the right talent by then, all that growth could be wasted. Meanwhile, the rest of the league is watching. Other general managers see the same things the Lakers do. They know Reeves has value. They know he can shoot, pass, handle the ball, and compete defensively. He's not elite in any one area, but he's solid across the board. And in today's league, where versatility is king, that makes him a valuable asset. Teams that are rebuilding might see him as a veteran presence with upside. Contenders might view him as a plug-and-play rotation piece. The point is, there will be interest. It's just a matter of whether anyone's willing to meet the Lakers' asking price. And here's where things can get messy. Because if the Lakers wait too long and Reeves senses that he's just being dangled as trade bait, that relationship could get strained. Players talk. Agents talk. If Reeves feels like the organization doesn't really believe in him long-term, that could affect contract talks down the line. That could impact the locker room. So there's a human side to this too. The Lakers have to manage not just the basketball decision, but the personal dynamics around it. In the end, it all comes down to strategy. The Lakers are playing a long game here, trying to keep their championship window open while also preparing for the post-LeBron era. Reeves could be part of that plan, or he could be the key to unlocking it. Either way, decisions are coming. And once they're made, there's no turning back. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on, rumors have been swirling around the Los Angeles Lakers camp, suggesting that Dorian Finney-Smith, one of the team's key players, was involved in an altercation during recent training sessions. Sources close to the team indicate that Finney-Smith allegedly assaulted a fellow player, stirring tension within the locker room and raising concerns about team dynamics ahead of the crucial season. While details remain scarce, the Lakers front office has reportedly decided to step in swiftly to address the matter before it escalates any further. The Los Angeles Lakers, known for their storied franchise and high expectations every season, cannot afford disruptions within the team, especially as they prepare to compete at the highest level. Dorian Finney-Smith, who has been a valuable contributor both on defense and as a versatile forward, suddenly finds himself at the center of a controversy that threatens to overshadow his on-court efforts. The alleged incident during practice sessions is said to have caused significant unrest, with teammates and coaching staff reportedly concerned about the impact on team cohesion. The Lakers management is understood to be conducting a thorough internal investigation to clarify the facts behind the rumors. Given the sensitive nature of the situation, the organization is aiming to handle the issue discreetly, balancing the need for accountability with maintaining team morale. If the allegations prove true, disciplinary measures could be taken against Finney-Smith, though the Lakers also recognize the importance of supporting their players through any personal challenges they might face. This incident comes at a particularly delicate time for the Lakers, who are navigating a season filled with high stakes and intense competition. The team has invested heavily in building a roster capable of contending for a championship, and any internal conflict risks undermining months of preparation and hard work. Lakers fans, accustomed to witnessing moments of greatness, now watch anxiously as the franchise works to resolve what could be a disruptive episode. While Dorian Finney-Smith has not commented publicly on the rumors, his reputation as a professional and hard-working player will likely influence how the situation unfolds. The Lakers organization, on its part, has expressed a commitment to fostering a respectful and united team environment, signaling that off-court behavior will be taken seriously. The coming days will be critical as the Lakers attempt to restore harmony and refocus on their shared goals. In a league where team chemistry often makes the difference between winning and losing, incidents like this serve as reminders of the pressures athletes face beyond the spotlight. The Lakers' response to this challenge will not only impact their immediate performance, but also send a message about the standards expected within one of basketball's most famous franchises. Fans and analysts alike will be watching closely, hoping for a resolution that allows the Lakers to move forward stronger and more united. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.